You're so conceited, I said I love you. What does it matter if I lie to you? I don't regret it.
G'day guys, it's Dave Tran here and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And in this lesson, I'll be teaching you how to play The Sound by the 1975. So this song's fairly easy to play. There's just some basic chords that you'll need to know. The main things to consider in the song will be the timing for each chord. So for the basics, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you'll need to know 5 chords. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to pick up my free guitar ebook at guitarzerotohero.com. Those 5 chords are F, A minor, G, E minor, and D minor. Now I just want to note that this whole song is all piano and synth, so what I'm showing you here is an adaptation for the acoustic guitar. Okay, so at the start of the song there's just a vocal chorus, there's no backing music behind it, so we'll just ignore that and we'll skip that part. We're going to start playing when the full chorus comes in with some piano at the start of the song. So for this first chorus of the song, there's just 2 lines of chords that you'll need to know. The first one is very simple, it's F to E minor. And then the second line is F to G. Now that first line of chords is repeated 3 times and then you go to the F, G. So in terms of strumming pattern, it's going to be really simple. It's just going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now the point at which you change from the F to the E minor is going to be the end beat after the 3 on the second count of 4. So I'll just count along to demonstrate. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So basically it's just the last 3 strums and 4 and one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So as I mentioned earlier, you play that F to E minor 3 times, and then you get to the F and G. Now this line is a tiny bit different in terms of timing. The G will be played on the end beat after the 4 for the first count of 4. So it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So again, that G starts on the end beat after the 4. Cool, so that's it for the first chorus. Now the first verse is exactly the same as what we just learnt in that first chorus. So I'll play that all the way through for you. Alright, so we move on to the pre-chorus and the chords change up a little bit here. Again, we have 2 lines of chords. The first line of chords will be A minor, G, E minor, and F. And the second line of chords is going to be D minor, E minor, F, and then G. Now similar to what we had before, the first line of chords is going to be played 3 times, and then we'll have that second line of chords just played once. Now the timing for these chords is going to be a tiny bit different. For both the first and second lines of chords, the first and the third chord are going to be played on the 1 beat. The second and fourth chords in each line is going to be played on the end beat after the 2. Now I'll just play that and count along to demonstrate. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So just to recap, for both those lines of chords, the first and third chords are on the one beat, the second and fourth chords are on the end beat after the two. And one more time a bit faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now we get into the chorus, and the chorus is just a 4-chord chord progression, and it's just repeated over and over again, which is nice and easy. Now the 4 chords for the chorus are F, A minor, G, and then E minor. Now again, our timing changes a little bit. We'll still have the same down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up strumming, but the point at which these chords change is going to be different. So the first chord and the third chord, the F and the G, are going to be played on the one beat. And the second and the fourth chords, the A minor and the E minor, are going to be played on the end beat after the 3 this time. So it will sound like this when I count and play along. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that's pretty nice and easy. And that's basically everything you'll need to know for the sound by the 1975. When you get to the solo, you'll be basically playing the chorus chords again and just playing that all the way through to the end of the song. So now I'm just going to be playing the first chorus, the first verse, the first pre-chorus, and the second chorus, and I'm going to have my good friend Beck singing along for some context. Now try to play along and see how you go.
Well, I'm knowing you're wrong, 'cause I know the sound, I know the sound of your heart. Well, I'm knowing you're wrong, 'cause I know the sound, I know the sound of your heart. I can't believe I forgot your name. Oh, baby, won't you come again? She said I got a problem with your shoes and your tunes, but I might move in, and I thought that you were straight. Now I'm wondering, you're so conceited. I said I love you. What does it matter if I lie to you? I don't regret it, but I'm glad that we're through. So don't you tell me that you just don't get it, 'cause I know you do. Well, I know when you're around, 'cause I know the sound, I know the sound of your heart. Well, I know when you're around, 'cause I know the sound, I know the sound of your heart.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson for the sound by the 1975. Be sure to pick up my free guitar ebook at guitarzerotohero.com. If you want to see more in the future, then please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave your thoughts, comments and questions below, and I'll see you next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.